Next up, we're gonna put the brake rotors on.
My camera.
This is the only type of gap piece this is going through. What's going on, family? Today we're gonna do a quick install. Bro, are you serious? We got Hyro, aka Big 14, laughing in the background. But today we're gonna do a quick install. I've seen one video so far of someone installing some rotors, some slotted and drilled rotors, but it was only the front. He didn't show the rears. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do the rears, and if you could do it on the rears, you could do it in the front. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe and like if you guys are tuning in for some Maxima mods. This channel is going to be showing a lot of Maxima mods because we got our boy Big 14, aka Hyro, with the installation. You guys are going to need are these right here. You're going to need a tool set, 14mm. You're going to need a brake clamp, and then these are going to be your brand new brake pads. Obviously you're going to need the slotted and drilled rotor, unless you're going to do just slotted or just drilled, or if you're going to do just pretty much the same ones again. Also, we got 19mm, and then we're going to need a 3/4 socket and a 7/8. You're gonna need a hammer or a mallet. I prefer a mallet because that way you have it rubberized and you protect it from getting damaged. You need a wrench, then you're gonna need a torque breaker bar, just in case if you don't have a torque gun. And then after that, you need a torque bar. That way you could torque everything back to spec. Let me show you guys real quick. Not expensive. I recommend the Pittsburgh one. You could get it at AutoZone, or where I recommend Harbor Freight Tools. You get it for cheap and it works. And you're definitely gonna need some brand new grease. I use this one. That way you have no brake squeaking or any of those issues. And that's pretty much it. It's a fairly easy install. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Let's get started. We jacked up the car, and for safety purposes, because I am on a decline, we put some stoppers as well. And after that, he's pretty much looking for a good location to put these jacks. You know, safety first, always. What I recommend on putting him is right under here. You could connect them right down here, either to this location, if your jack set could allow it, or connect it to the frame rail right here. Let me show you the frame rail right here. If you go a little further down over here, there's a good location. All right, we put it on this location right here. And what I always recommend, don't just rely on this. Also, release the tension on here because you can mess this up. And once you release the tension, it's going to drop a little bit. You tighten it back up and you just press enough to where it touches. So just in case this fails, it lands on here and it protects you from being killed, because it would suck if you die. And you know, he has these beautiful rims and then I get to keep them and I put them on this car. That'd be pretty awesome, but you know, that would suck as well. Break your back.
Bro, like
come on.
My camera.
So once you take these bolts off, the top hat is gonna become loose, in which you could take it off. But you have to make sure you're holding on to it or else it would fall.
Where's the hammer?
Just use your muscles. Alright, now check it out. These are the size 19mm that you're gonna need for the rear. Those are the ones that are on the bottom here. And then the ones that are up here are going to be a 14, size 14. You're going to want to re-grease those. As you can see, there's hardly any grease. His issue right now is that his car does squeak. What the hell? Okay, I guess he removed this without having to hammer it. His other side had to be hammered. But this side, I guess, just came off with ease. That's pretty good. So a lot of people ask, what is this plug for? And don't throw away this plug.
Okay, check it out.
Alright, so there's this plug that goes on this hole right here. That has nothing to do for the Nissan Maximas with having to remove this assembly. The purpose of that hole is so that you have access to the electronic brake assist. so that if you need this tension released, right here, as you guys can see, you insert a flathead. Right, let me get it to focus. You insert a flathead, you can release the electronic brake assist. So what Jairo's doing right now is removing everything from the original.
Bitch, my name not Jairo, man.
Okay,
Big 14.
Big 14. Why'd you say that? Yo, he's removing everything right here from the assembly, so we can install everything brand new and fresh and re-grease it all up. And the reason I say do not throw this away is so that you could reinstall it on here. That way you have no brake dust or water or any type of debris go inside of here, because that would mess up your brake system. There's the raspberry sauce that we're gonna install. Can you move your fat fingers?
Can you eat them?
You might be wondering what's the purpose of installing these. It's just to add a little bit of sauce onto these rims, because Jairo's got some pretty dope rims on here, and believe it or not, he's gonna have a proper wide body on his Nissan Maxima. Hint, hint. As you guys can see, Jairo's putting some raspberry sauce all over it, just so we can have no squeaking. He's been greasing all these up the proper way. But this one's pretty cheap, and it does the job for vehicles like mine or Jairo's. And the purpose of it is to retract the brakes so you could fit the brand new ones, because right now it's fitted to his original ones that he's had on that only have half of the life, therefore they're much thinner. So we're gonna have to retract this all the way back in order for it to fit with the new rotors and the new brake pads. So you guys could see I'm retracting it. You can see the distance from here. You want to have it almost flush, but not all the way to where the boot comes out, because if the boot comes out, it's going to be pretty difficult to put it back on. So you want it almost flush. So right about there, you see the boot, part of the boot started to come off. If the whole thing comes off, then you're kind of effed. But luckily for me, only a little piece came out, which once the brake retracts out, then the boot's gonna fit back the way it should go. And where I mount it, I put it right here while I'm working on it. It fits pretty much perfect. His is painted, and I don't want to chip any of the paint off because I did it, and I did a pretty half-ass job.
What?
Next up, we're gonna put the brake rotors on. Fairly simple. The box says which are left and which are rights. If you do it like me, when I did it on my Kia, I put them on backwards. Technically, it's not wrong. It doesn't affect it in any way, but what I did realize, my car clicks whenever I press the brakes, and his car doesn't make any clicking noises when he's pressing the brakes. So I think that's the purpose of having left and rights, and I highly recommend doing that. Making sure you put it on the proper way. Just slide it in all the way, and it fits flush, and look at that. And the reason you get black versus just the regular unpainted ones is so that once this black gets taken off when pressing the brakes, you're still gonna have these slots and these holes showing black to show the definition and the contrast within the chrome or whatever, the stainless steel, versus the black, so it could pop out more. And always remember, you want to lube everything up. You see he's doing all the edges that have contact. That way there's no such thing as brake squeaking. You want to prevent that, because that is very annoying when your brakes are squeaking and everybody's looking at your car, not because they like it, but because your car's making all these funky noises. This one here has a clip in which indicates the wear, so whenever you reach that clip right here is gonna start making a crazy squeaking noise to indicate that your brake pads have ran out of thread. So
oh my God.
This part right here actually goes on the back side. Can I show them real quick?
Yes.
So this one goes on the back side with this. If you put it on the front side, it will not fit. So always make sure the clip side goes on the back side here, the one going towards the center of the car. And to reinstall everything, it's just vice versa in the order. So what he's gonna do is install this part here first with these bolts. These were the 19mm size. He's gonna install those, and then after that, it's gonna be that top one right there. Make sure you press it in all the way. It should slide right in just like that. Make it very easy for you.
Don't feel my ass, dude. You know I'm a minor.
Alright you guys, after that, you're gonna wipe down those brakes. That way they look crispy and clean without all that grease. Alright? Very easy. Front ones are even easier, I promise. I didn't show that because there's already a video on YouTube. It's pretty much the same thing, just in a smaller form. And it's very easy, like I said. It should turn out something like this. Alright you guys, we're headed to Cars and Coffee right now in Murrieta. We got a couple of the sickest SoCal cars going there. Sucks that I got here pretty late because the whole part of the event is over there and I'm parked pretty far. Nobody's gonna get to see Dark Rise. A couple people like Gloss King and a couple other stingers saw me and said what's up. I appreciate you guys for saying that. But I'm gonna go check out your cars right now actually. What you guys think if I wrap my car this color? I'm on the side of doing blue, like a light blue. That way I can show the wide body on my car. And look at those welds. Oh, that is so beautiful. If I had a Hellcat or a SRT or a Scat Pack, this is probably the move I'll go for. Welds in the back, no side mirrors, plexiglass. Man, this is probably the setup I would have. Make it a pure, straight up drag car. Ready for the drag strip. This is like perfect. What should I do? Get a GTR next or get a Stinger and make it faster than GTRs? I don't know. I want the next car a 2-door. I already have a 4-door car. I don't want another sedan. I want a 2-door. If they made the Genesis Coupe into the 3.3 turbo, I'd definitely do that. Stay tuned for the next following videos because we still need to install the methanol injection kit as well as some LED headlights that I'm gonna be installing myself. We're gonna be opening the headlights and doing all of that on video. I know many of you guys would want to see that, as well as the 3-pod carbon fiber gauges for my car. So those 3 things are for sure gonna be in the following videos until my big turbo kit comes in. Hopefully it comes in soon because I've been waiting for that. KSR, I hope to be part in a few weeks or a couple months from now, hopefully. So if you guys did like this video, hit that like button, comment down below please, I'd appreciate that. Hit that subscribe and I'll catch you guys in the next video, okay? Peace.